Hey, it's Wednesday night and it's time for the Trinity Minute. That's when I recap all the cool stuff that we learned in our Wednesday night Trinity class. Tonight we talked about the energy of covering. It's what we meditated on, and then we brought it here and tried to have a physical experience of that energy. Covering is a very interesting energy. It's a little hard to explain. It's about how the love and light in your life moves from the places where it's needed to cover the places that need it. The best way I know to explain that is to talk to you a little bit about a dark and scary subject. That is, most martial arts have handed down from some source way back in the veil of antiquity a very high level set of techniques that they call the dim mak, which is the death touch. Many martial artists will debate whether that's even real. Those that are proponents of it claim that it is, and you have to really know a lot about using the spiritual energy inside of you, and it's not just a series of movements. I don't care to get into that discussion, but one of the martial arts styles that I was studying when I was growing up contained a remnant of dim mak. They had a little routine that they called their dim mak routine. And I'm going to show it to you now tonight because it illustrates how the organ systems in our body share energy. It looks a lot like this. If you have an opponent, and you'll see this in a lot of the old Chinese karate movies, they go ba 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 ba, and then stand back and the person goes ugh, and falls over. You know, the chi in their body was stopped dead by this series of elaborate touches. Sort of like that. I don't know if that would actually work, but the idea is that you put energy into the heart, and this causes a problem. In Chinese medicine, any organ system can be messed up by having too much stagnant energy in it. The energy has to move, and if you overload its ability to move, then there's just this big chunk of energy that sits there and causes problems. For instance, if you have heart problems in Chinese medicine, let's say you go to your practitioner and say, I've got congestive heart failure, they're going to want to do something to move the energy along from the heart to the next organ system, which happens to be the spleen. So they'll do things to feed and support your spleen to get the energy to move from your heart to your spleen. That's the idea. So dim mak is based on the idea that I'm going to put too much energy into one system, and as it tries to move to the other one, I'm going to put too much energy into that system and just follow it all the way through the pathway, overloading it at each step until your energetic body just can't handle it anymore. The system goes like this. I go heart, spleen, which is right under the rib cage. My hands are still up, and then lungs, and then kidneys with the back of my hand hitting there, kidneys, and then liver, and then heart again. That's the progression. I'm adding energy all the way through that progression. As the energy tries to spill over into the spleen, I stop up the spleen. As the energy tries to spill over from the spleen to the lungs, I stop up the lungs. Then it tries to move to the kidneys. I stop up the kidneys. I stop up the liver, hit the heart again. Boom, I've sealed the whole deal. Ugh, the person falls over dead. Once again, I don't know that this actually works. I'm not going to get into a debate with you about energetic attack forms. I just remember this form because it's a great way for me to conceptualize and remember the flow of energy. So we'll do it again. Heart, spleen, lungs, kidneys, liver, heart. That's the way the energy wants to move through the organ systems. If you can remember that, not only is it good for death touch, it's also good for helping to support and heal your energetic system. You can do this by remembering something that makes you smile. Some person that you always feel a light heart with, some wonderful romantic Valentine's card you once received, a favorite family pet, a memory of a trip that was magnificent and awesome, where you were in touch with nature and you just lit up and smiled. Whatever it is, just find something that makes you smile, and then smile into your heart. And then smile into into your spleen. And then smile into your lungs. And then smile into your kidneys. And then smile into your liver. And then finally, smile into your heart again. If you do this by yourself, or in this case with the help of somebody else, you'll feel this wonderful sense of the organ systems spilling over into each other, helping to move the energy along. It's like one organ system hands off its gifts and benefits to the next, which hands off to the next, eventually helping the whole system. This is what covering feels like. When the parts of you that have energy surround the parts of you that don't with that excess energy. That's what covering is all about. You can feel it inside of you very strongly if you follow this progression all the way through you. If you think that's cool, you should definitely come to Trinity class next time.